Good afternoon. Welcome to Renison 140 News. In celebration of Diversity Week, today we'll be looking at the East meets West Gate Garden. So a little backstory on the garden. It first opened Tuesday, June 15th in 2010 at 7 p.m. Its designer Larry Lamb combines native North American plant species with their East Asian counterpart species. This combination is a representation of Renison's emerging cultural identity with its East Asian Studies program, a living expression of harmony and diversity. Now we have Megan Shepard reporting live from the garden. Now to you, Megan. Thanks, Megan. As we first walk into the garden, the first thing that grabs my attention is the bridge. As you can see, it is an arched wooden bridge that goes over rocks and plants instead of water. Personally, this is my favorite architectural piece in the garden. Now, let's take a stroll through the garden and see if we can find anyone to interview. Excuse me? Sir? Excuse me, sir. Can I please get an interview with you? You seem very intrigued by these wooden poles.
Did you just call them poles? As a matter of fact, these wooden poles are actually posts, or as the Japanese refer to them as ashiras. Do you even know why I'm mentioning the Japanese? Because this elegant structure is of the elegant Japanese culture. And they call this gate a torii. So this gate is actually of the Myojin family. That's because that little pole up there, that's actually called a lintel. It's curved upwards. And this part of the garden is great because it emanates a warm welcoming for students, staff, and visitors of all species. Tories are meaningful in that they represent an entrance from the profane to the sacred. And that's exactly what this torii does. It's like a guard standing before its kingdom, protecting it from malevolence and protecting and allowing sincere souls to enter.
Sir? Okay, I'm gonna go now. Oh, okay, thank you, bye.
You have no idea what you're even looking at.
There seems to be someone else over here. Sir, are you okay? Sir? Are you okay? Yeah? Can I get an interview with you, please? About your favorite part of this beautiful garden?
Come join me. I'm riding a spiritual roller coaster for the senses. This garden transports me into a different dimension. My third eye is open.
Can you please
This herbaceous nirvana. The way in which the deciduous flowering trees and low-lying shrubs really biologically complement one another really marches my mellow, man. The sumptuous aroma of the Styrax japonicus as the coolest stoloniferous takes me back to my biological roots. Makes me feel like a pollinator probe. This alluvial soil, man, the cold and nutrient-rich matter running through my fingers.
Well, thank you for your
The
time.
wax-like texture.
Oh,
You can feel
okay.
the phosphorescent
Okay.
balance of this plant pulsating through my body.
Thank you, sir. I'm gonna go.
Watch where you're stepping!
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, so we're doing a segment on this garden. Could you please tell me what your favorite part is?
I love coming to the garden to escape the hustle and bustle of the outside world. The quiet. The stillness. Helps me focus on my studies when I run out of coffee. You don't need to worry about that, though, because I don't run out of coffee.
Okay.
What really helps me through the long study sessions, though, is that tree. You know what that tree is?
I do not.
It's a locust tree. It sits right in the middle of the garden. Whenever the stresses of school and coffee can only go so far, the locust tree reminds me of strength. Strength that I can have. Strength that is rooted deep down. There are roots that are not easily shifted or vaulted, roots that spread as far as the branches in the sky. The branches that dance and dance as the wind blows. You know something else? Sometimes when I come here in the early mornings, when the sun peaks just above the horizon, I sit down on the cold metal bench. The dew is still there. It makes my butt wet. I sit there looking at the majestic locust tree, take a sip of my freshly brewed coffee. That is radiating warmth into my hands, and I'm reminded of the affection I have for the coffee. The symbol of the locust tree is affection beyond the grave.
Okay.
And it reminds me of my affection for my coffee.
Okay. Thank you. I'm just. Thank you. Are you okay?
I need you to get me more coffee.
I'm sorry.
I'm out of
sir.
coffee.
I can't get you more coffee.
I need you
I'm sorry,
to
sir.
get me
I
more
can't
coffee. I'm out of coffee.
Get you coffee. I can't.
Get me.
I can't get you coffee.
Why not?
I can't get you.
I'm out of coffee.
I can't get you coffee.
Get me coffee.
Sorry folks, we seem to be experiencing some technical difficulties, but that was the East West Garden at Renison College. I will definitely be checking that out in the near future. But until then, have a good night.